Okay, boxing fans, right now we're going to talk about the post-fight Tyson Fury stopping Christian Hamer at the end of the 8th. He didn't come out for the ninth. It was a bit of a shit fight. A lot of a shit fight. Fury jab, 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 throwing in a few things here and there. Didn't really give a shit, really. I didn't think. And just like I expected, it was a one-sided fight. There was nothing in it, one-sided. Just a glorified sparring session. There was nothing in it at all. There was no point in it. People who bought tickets to that, you're stupid. Why'd you buy tickets to that? It was pointless. Unless you're like a big fan of Fury and you just support him here, there, and everywhere. He fought a guy who's never done nothing, never will do nothing, and his biggest fight he lost in. You can say that numerous times. I'm going to bring in one of the other guys because I can't lampoon it anymore, but I will do later once these guys try and defend it, I assume. But Paul, do you want to come in? Last time you were one of the defenders of this fight in the pre-fight, I mean. So, what do you think about this fight? I'll,
Um,
I'll, I'll go from after. I'll go from that.
I didn't defend the fight in the sense that I thought it would be entertaining, because I knew it wasn't going to be entertaining, and it definitely wasn't. It was absolutely rubbish to
That's
watch,
true.
and I stopped watching it after about 5 rounds because I put ITV on to watch the Phantom build-up, because I'd seen all I'd need to see to be absolutely brutal. But Fury, yeah, it was what you said. It was just a workout for him. Get some rounds, stay fresh, work on a few things, and that's what I expected. I defended the fight because what I meant was we have to expect Fury to have a fight like this, because he has got a world title opportunity in the summer. He does want to get a fight in between just to stay busy, and he was never going to pick anyone good anyway, and he could have picked guys who are worse than Hammer. And again, Hammer had a go. At least he did that. Do you know what I mean? So many guys come and they just get the money and they fall over. And Hammer, although he was pounded into submission and he basically just quit, at least he came forward and tried. But like you said, the fight was it was absolutely rubbish. If you haven't seen the fight, don't bother watching it on YouTube when it gets put up there, because it's nothing worth seeing, really.
That's right. I mean, it was. I thought it was absolutely garbage. You know, it was just Tyson Fury jabbing and flicking a backhand every now and again. And I mean every now and again, not often, at this very small, rounded individual. It was just it was very disappointing. Tyson Fury, I'm sorry, you said work on a few things there, Paul. I don't think he learned one thing he could take into the Vladimir Klitschko fight in that fight.
No, I agree with that. When I say work on a few things, I just mean carry on all the stuff he's been practicing in the gym, just carry it on in the ring, like switching stances. He did that a lot. He did the moving around a lot, not planting his feet. That's all I meant. It was clearly just a workout for him and a chance to get rounds in,
Yeah,
and to maybe practice, and again, stuff that he's done in the gym, give him a chance to do it in a real fight situation.
that's right. Um, I suppose so, but like I said, was there any point in this? If you're fighting the number one fighter in the heavyweight division next, possibly, what can I say? Did you learn anything in that fight? Have you come on leaps and bounds in that fight, so you've got a great chance?
No, obviously not. But again, as I said, all it was really about was just getting some rounds in the bank, because he has been inactive in the past 2 years, and he does want to stay fresh and keep fit, and I don't know, build up a bit more momentum or whatever. Whether he's managed to do that off that fight, you can decide that for yourself. But again, there's been worse warm-up fights I've seen. That's all it was, a warm-up fight, nothing more, nothing less. On to the next fight now, which is hopefully Klitschko or Wilder. Because if it's not either of those two, then I seriously doubt I'll even be interested. Because
Mm,
if Fury fights every fight like he did back tonight, then it's going to be very, very hard to stay interested, because although what he does is effective, it is very boring. It's got to be said.
okay, I just want to throw in a curveball from this one. Is what he's done tonight any different to what he's done in the past
Well,
over his whole career?
Well, obviously, yeah. In the past, he was not no way near as good a fighter, but he was entertaining. He would never have boxed like that back in 2011,
Well, okay,
2012.
but he's not fought any better competition since the first Derek Chisora fight, has he?
Uh, I suppose so. Yeah, I guess that's a fair point. But what I mean is, before the first Derek Chisora fight, he was fighting opponents who he should have been beaten easily, and he was making it hard. He was getting put down by guys like Tyson and having trouble against, what was the other guy, Steve Cunningham, guys who he should have been beaten easily. And if he fought them now, he probably would beat them easily. So he's definitely improved as a fighter, but as a consequence, he's just no way near as exciting anymore. And in heavyweight boxing, if you're not exciting, then there's only so far you can go, really.
Mm-hmm. So who's next? Vladimir or who's that?
Wilder. Who would I prefer to see, or who do I think will see?
Who do you expect? No, who do you expect?
Probably Klitschko. Vladimir, because Heyman's not going to put him in with Fury, because I think Al Heyman will want Wilder to have a few bum defences to milk the belt a bit. And Vladimir, well, Tyson Fury is mandatory, so I don't think there's any way he can avoid it, really, because Klitschko I don't think will drop the belt. I think in the summer we'll see Fury versus Wilder, Fury versus Vladimir in Germany, and hopefully it's a good fight, and I look forward to it. But going off the styles, it's probably not going to be very good to watch if Fury fights the way that he did tonight. Because although if he fought the way he did tonight, he'd probably have a better chance of winning, because it's very clever and it's very thought out. But it is very boring.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he'll fight like that, and I don't think it'll be effective against Klitschko. Maybe it's effective against very small guys in the heavyweight division, like Hamer, who's like 6'2", significantly less reach. Not Klitschko. No, I don't think it'll work at all. But we'll move on. I'll leave you where you are, and we'll bring in Ryan. What did you think of the whole fight?
Yeah, it was boring, but I still thought it was a relevant fight to be had. Christian Hammer.
Come off it, Ryan. How is it relevant?
Christian Hammer was on a 10-fight win streak, something like that. He'd won a lot of fights on the trot. He'd got himself up there. He got himself in the rankings. Whether deservedly so or not is debatable. And he got him up there, and Tyson Fury needed the fight. And the fight against Ustinov fell through. He hasn't managed to secure a fight with Klitschko yet. So it was just a fight to be had at about the right time, because other fighters were tied up in other fights. So it was a pretty decent fight to be made, but the actual fight itself was just dull. So a dull fight, but not one that I was that bothered was made.
Right. Okay. So do you think he fights Klitschko or Wilder next?
Well, probably Klitschko for the same reasons Paul just said. I think Al Heyman is going to protect Wilder. I don't think they're going to put him in with very dangerous opponents for about at least another year. Maybe they'll try to milk the title and then get Wilder a shot against Klitschko. So for now, I think Tyson Fury will probably have like another quite simple fight next, and then get his fight against Vladimir Klitschko. So I think Klitschko, he's got Jennings upcoming, and then he might...
Oh, man. So what you're saying is going to be another Christian Hamer coming over here to just get lampooned over 7 rounds?
Oh, maybe, because I just can't see the Klitschko fight being made next.
Oh, man. Well, who's next, then?
Well, next, I don't know, probably like some other, like some not very good American. Maybe somebody like, who's the one who Wilder beat, or Malik Scott, maybe someone like Malik Scott. Just somebody who's not that difficult to beat, but it probably won't be a very good fight.
All right, so not Tony Thompson, no. Tony Thompson? What do you reckon of Tony Thompson? No?
I don't know, because Tony Thompson is quite a dangerous foe. Like Paul was saying, if you've got a mandatory on the horizon, you probably don't risk that by fighting, dangerous contenders. And Thompson is as dangerous as it comes. So,
yeah. Not Chris Arreola.
Ariola's probably a bit too dangerous as well. I mean, those would be better fights, but when you're in a contender position, when you're like a number one contender, you tend not to risk that. So I just can't see Tyson Fury's team risking it.
I can't see him fighting anyone in the top 10.
No.
Or top 15.
Yeah.
No.
So I might, the most I might see him fighting is somebody like Dimitrenko or something.
No, you don't fight Dimitrenko.
Dimitrenko's not very good though. I mean,
yeah, but he's a tall fighter. He never fights tall fighters.
None of those fighters are very good.
No, you won't fight him. You'll fight someone like, I don't know, you have to imagine Kevin Johnson Kingpin rematch. That's all we'll see. Or Derek Chisora 3, maybe.
Yeah, maybe something like that. Yeah.
Something, pointless and shit.
John McDermott 3.
John McDermott, there you go. John McDermott needs 6 months to get in the ring. Jump him in. Matt Skelton, maybe. Someone really shit. You know what I mean? Like, really shit. But this was a horrible match. Don't watch it if you've not seen it. Just a sparring session. And I expected that. I told everyone that. I told everyone it would be a pointless fight, and it was. I'm sorry to be correct, yet again. Thanks for listening.